If I told you that the worst thing to ever happen to me ended up being the best wake-up call of my life, you'd probably think I'm full of it. But hey, betrayal has a funny way of sharpening your vision. My name's Matt. I'm 27, live in a mid-sized town in Ohio, and work as an HVAC technician. Not the flashiest gig, but it pays the bills, and I like working with my hands. I've got a decent apartment, a dog named Rusty, and a small but solid circle of friends. Life isn't fancy, but it's stable. Predictable. And for a guy like me, that was always enough. Until it wasn't. See, I've been with this girl, let's call her Lexi, for about a year and a half. She's 25, cute in that chaotic, artsy barista sort of way, and had this way of making the mundane feel like magic. Or maybe I just wanted it to feel that way. Either way, we met through a mutual friend, hit it off over a shared love of bad horror movies and diner milkshakes, and the rest was history. Things were good. Or so I thought. She moved in 6 months ago. We shared groceries, Netflix accounts, laundry duties, and what I assumed were honest conversations. But if this story taught me anything, it's that assumptions are dangerous. Now, I'm not the clingy type. I give space, respect boundaries, and keep the trust tank full. Maybe too full. Looking back, there were signs, late nights at the studio, sudden changes in wardrobe, a new password on her phone. But I didn't question it. That's how much I trusted her. There were also the stories that didn't add up. Like the time she said she was having a girls' night but came back smelling like a different brand of cologne. Or when I found a hoodie in her car that wasn't mine and definitely wasn't hers either. When I asked, she said it was from a thrift store. I believed her. Or at least I pretended to. Jake, my best friend since high school, had a sixth sense for bullshit. He always looked at Lexi a little sideways. Said she was too polished with her answers, too quick to pivot when questions got personal. I brushed it off. Told him she was just private. Turns out, she was more than that. The night it all shifted started like any other. Jake and I were at Murphy's, our go-to-dive bar. 2 beers in, we were swapping stories, talking sports, making fun of the jukebox playlist. Then he got quiet. That kind of quiet that makes your stomach twist before anyone says a word. Matt, he said, looking like he was trying to swallow a cactus, I wasn't going to say anything. But I can't keep this to myself anymore. I laughed, tried to brush it off. You got another one of your conspiracy theories? He didn't smile. Just took a deep breath and hit me with it. I saw Lexi last Thursday. Downtown. With some guy. They were holding hands, man. They kissed. I stared at him. Waited for the punchline. It didn't come. You sure it was her? I'm sure. Silence. That was the moment my heart stopped pretending everything was fine. You know that feeling when your stomach drops, but you're still standing still? That was me. Sitting there at Murphy's with a beer in my hand, nodding like Jake had just told me his truck needed an oil change instead of telling me the girl I loved was sucking face with someone else. I didn't explode. Not then. That's the part that surprised me the most. You'd think I'd punch a wall or storm out or start yelling, but I didn't. I just sat there. Real quiet. Jake didn't push. He just sipped his beer and waited. That's what good friends do, they wait while your brain tries to decide whether it wants to break down or burn everything down. You okay, man? I nodded. Then shook my head. Then laughed, one of those dry, humorless laughs you let out when you realize the joke's on you. Thanks for telling me, I finally said. He looked relieved. I wasn't sure if I should. But you deserve to know. Yeah. I did. But knowing didn't feel like some gift. It felt like someone had handed me a live grenade and walked away. The drive home was quiet. No music. Just the rhythmic ticking of my blinker when I turned into our parking lot. Rusty met me at the door like always, tail wagging, completely unaware his human was trying not to come apart. Lexi wasn't home. Typical. I sat on the couch, staring at the black TV screen, seeing my own face reflected back in the dark glass. I looked tired. Like a guy who just realized he was the last to find out the building was on fire. I didn't sleep that night. I stayed up replaying every moment, every conversation, every red flag I ignored because I wanted the dream more than the truth. By sunrise, something snapped. Not in a destructive way. In a surgical, precise kind of way. I wasn't going to confront her in a dramatic shouting match. No. I was going to be smart. Cold. Calculated. I called Jake. We're gonna get her back, I said. Not with fists. With facts. And with payback. He paused. You sure? I've never been more sure. So we started planning. First thing we needed? Proof. Real, undeniable proof. Screenshots. Photos. Something she couldn't spin. Jake offered to help. He knew where she worked. Knew where she liked to hang out after her fake studio sessions. Within 3 days, we had what we needed. Her and some tattooed, wannabe musician wrapped around each other outside a bar, laughing like life was perfect. I didn't feel rage. I felt clarity. She was done. But I wasn't. Next step? Setting the stage. She came home Thursday night like nothing was wrong. Kicked off her shoes, flopped on the couch, and asked what was for dinner. I smiled. I was thinking spaghetti. Your favorite. She beamed. Ah, you're sweet. Yeah. Real sweet. We ate. Chatted. Watched half a movie. Then I told her I was going to bed early. Kissed her forehead. Told her I loved her. Lied through my teeth. Because tomorrow, the fun would begin. You can learn a lot about someone when you stop listening to their words and start watching their patterns. And Lexi? She was a pattern machine. Every Tuesday, she left for art class at 6 p.m. sharp. Every Friday, she hit up yoga but came back smelling like menthol cigarettes and cheap cologne. I took notes, smiled through it all, and played dumb better than a golden retriever. Meanwhile, Jake and I were building our masterpiece. First, the financials. Turns out, she'd gotten comfortable using my card for little extras: Uber rides, iced coffees, and the occasional boutique splurge. So I froze the card. Quietly. Then I opened a new one. In my name only. All the shared accounts? Netflix, Spotify, even the Amazon Prime she bled dry? Cancelled. Let her figure out why she suddenly can't binge The Office for the 20th time. Next, the living situation. The lease was in my name. She never asked. Never cared. She just moved in and decorated the bathroom with overpriced candles and moody quotes. I contacted my landlord, told him my roommate was moving out. Gave 30 days notice on her behalf. No eviction, no drama, just a polite letter. Then came the digital cleanup. I changed passwords. Logged her out of everything. Even her Pinterest. Cold? Maybe. Necessary? Absolutely. Jake thought I was being too nice. Said we should go nuclear, expose her online, send screenshots to her friends, maybe even the new guy's girlfriend. Turns out he had one. But I wasn't interested in public humiliation. I wanted her to feel it in private. Slowly. Quietly. The next morning, she woke up to find the Wi-Fi disconnected. Is the internet out? She asked, half asleep. Must be. I'll check it later, I said, sipping coffee from the mug she gave me last Christmas. The irony was delicious. Day by day, the screws tightened. Her favorite mug disappeared. The groceries dwindled. I stopped washing her laundry. She started noticing. Then came the confrontation. Matt, is something going on? You've been different. I shrugged. Just busy with work. You know how it is. She squinted at me, confused. For the first time, I could see the cracks in her armor. A few days later, Jake dropped the final piece of our plan into place. He found out where the new guy's girlfriend worked. Sent her a message. Nothing cruel. Just the facts, a couple photos, and a polite heads up. The girl responded 5 minutes later with 3 words. Thank you. I knew. That's when I knew we'd done it right. Lexi's phone blew up that night. She locked herself in the bathroom, crying into a towel. I didn't ask why. Didn't offer comfort. I just took Rusty for a walk and came back to find her sitting on the edge of the bed like a kicked puppy. Matt, can we talk? Sure, I said. I feel like something's wrong. I don't know what, but I feel like I'm losing you. I looked her dead in the eye. You already did. After that night, Lexi walked on eggshells. She started texting more when she was out, letting me know where she was, asking if I needed anything. It was cute watching someone try to patch a boat after it already sank. I didn't change my routine. Still woke up early. Still took Rusty out. Still made coffee. The only difference? I didn't speak unless she spoke first. That silence started to haunt her. Her new guy ghosted her. Jake confirmed it. After his girlfriend got the photos, he dropped Lexi like she was radioactive. Classic coward move. Not that I felt bad. If you build your castle on someone else's heartbreak, don't act surprised when it crumbles. One morning, I came back from a jog and found her crying at the kitchen table. Not little sniffles either. Full-on sobs. Ugly crying. Matt, she said, wiping her face. Can we just talk? Please? I leaned against the doorway. Talk about what? Everything. I made a mistake. A huge mistake. I didn't mean to hurt you. I was. I don't know. Stupid. Yeah. You were. She winced like I slapped her. Good. Please, she said. Can we just try again? I'll make it up to you. I swear. I laughed. Not because it was funny, but because it was so predictable. Lexi, you didn't just cheat. You lied. 4 weeks. Maybe longer. You looked me in the eye every day and chose to keep doing it. You don't come back from that. She broke down again. I stepped over her sobbing and grabbed a protein shake from the fridge. You need to move out, I said. You've got 2 weeks. And just like that, it was over. Those 2 weeks were quiet. She packed slowly, like dragging it out would change my mind. Jake came over a few times, helped me rearrange furniture, brought beer, and made jokes until I could finally laugh without feeling like a fraud. When moving day came, she hugged me. I didn't hug her back. A month later, Jake and I drove past a dingy apartment complex. He pointed to one of the second-story windows. That's her new place. Saw her go in yesterday. Curtains drawn. No plants on the balcony. Just a plastic chair and a broken wind chime. Looks cozy, I said. He chuckled. Revenge doesn't always need fire. Sometimes silence and success are enough. He was right. I wasn't just surviving anymore. I was thriving. And Lexi? She was just a lesson in disguise. 6 months. That's how long it's been since Lexi walked out of my life for good. My apartment? Upgraded. Got a better place closer to work with actual hardwood floors instead of whatever mystery laminate the last one had. Rusty has a little fenced patio now, and I swear he's been smiling more. Or maybe I've just been looking at life differently. Work's been solid. I picked up a few certifications, even started mentoring the new guys. Jake says I'm domesticated, but he says it with a beer in his hand and a smirk, so I take it as a compliment. And Lexi? I don't hear from her. Not directly. But this town isn't big, and people talk. I hear she's working part-time at a place that barely covers rent. Her Instagram's gone dark. The girl who once posted latte art and beach sunsets now posts nothing at all. There was a time I would have checked every day. Now, I don't even think to. Not because I hate her. Because I've outgrown her. It's funny, people always say revenge is a dish best served cold. But I think they got it wrong. Revenge is best served silently. When you don't gloat. When you don't explain. When you just move on and let your happiness speak for itself. One day, I ran into her at the grocery store. She looked different. Not worse, just smaller. Dimmer. Like the world had taken the shine out of her. "Hey," she said. "Hey." That was it. No drama. No apologies. No begging. Just two people standing in front of the frozen peas pretending we didn't share a whole history. I walked away first. Jake called later that night. "Guess who I saw today?" "Lexi?" "Yup." "How'd it feel?" I thought for a second. Like nothing. And that's the best part. Because healing isn't loud. It's quiet. It's waking up one day and realizing you didn't think about them. It's laughing without guilt. It's peace. And if she ever wonders how I'm doing, well, I'm living rent-free in a beautiful new apartment. She's living rent-free in a shoebox with no AC. I'd say we're even. Thanks for watching.